Firefly Ministry team welcomes you this Sabbath morning. We are so pleased that you've joined us here at the Decatur, Tennessee Seventh-day Adventist Church for our Sabbath morning worship services. We do hope that you've had a safe, and enjoyable week. But if not, our prayer today is that your visit with us will bring you peace, joy, and encouragement. Now, for your convenience, we have posted the church bulletin to both the church and the Firefly Ministry Facebook pages. I would encourage you to go there and to take a look at it so that you can keep up with everything that's going on here at the Decatur, Tennessee Seventh-day Adventist Church. But there's one thing that we do want to emphasize. We want you to know that if there's something that's on your heart in the nature of a praise or a prayer request and you want to share it, just send us an email to the address at the bottom of the screen and we will add it to the requests that we received during the service today. And then we will put it with the other praise and prayer requests that we have at Firefly Ministry. As we've been mentioning for some time now, things are starting to move at a fast pace here as we approach the end of the year and with all the activities that occurred during the holiday season. And many of you, no doubt, are aware of the free community meal that we provide on Thanksgiving Day each year. And this year will be no exception. We've already started compiling our list of volunteers to serve our drive-up and our takeaway guests on Thanksgiving Day. And on Wednesday, November 10, about a dozen of us will be meeting at the Decatur Piggly Wiggly to insert a Thanksgiving Day meal flyer into over 6,000 advertisements that Piggly Wiggly will be mailing out later that week. Now, I would encourage you that if you know anyone in Decatur who might be in need of a free meal that day, have them look in their Piggly Wiggly circular for more information, or just have them contact us for more details. We also have several large community groups that will be picking up and delivering meals to the elderly, to the shut-ins, or other people that just aren't able to make it to the church that day. If you know anyone in those categories and you want to deliver meals to them, then contact us and we'll let you know exactly how to make that happen. You know, there are many of our members who still aren't able to be in our sanctuary with us today. It may be because of sickness or because of travel or something else, but whatever the reason, we're happy that you're worshiping with us on the internet. And we want you to know how much you're missed and that you're special to us and that you'll continue to be in our prayers until you can join us again in the sanctuary. Today's service is a very special one. You see, one Sabbath of each month, our Pathfinder Club is responsible for the services. Ordinarily, that would be the second Sabbath of the month. But because of scheduling conflicts and the special nature of today's program, they will be conducting today's service. Monday and Tuesday of this week were very, very special to Kim and me. It was early Monday morning that we took a 350-mile drive from Riceville, Tennessee to a small rural community of North Carolina called Tobaccoville. Now, Tobaccoville is a small North Carolina village near the Virginia state line. It has a population of about 3,000. Now, I can assure you that the scenery we saw there was absolutely beautiful. It had the mountain streams and the rolling hills, and of course filled with all the fall colors that this time of year brings. But beautiful as it was, that wasn't the main attraction for us there. We hadn't set out on such a long day's drive just to see the fall colors. After all, we could easily do that from the back deck of our hilltop home in Tennessee. There was something else there far more beautiful and far more special to us. It was family. That's where my sister Donna, or as my dad used to refer to her as Donna Faye, and her husband Tom, along with about a dozen of nieces and nephews and grandnieces and grandnephews live. This brief reunion was a happy occasion for most of us for a couple of reasons. The first and the most obvious reason is that we hadn't seen each other for years. It had been a long time since we had been together as a group. And boy, how had the group changed. There were new children, new family members, new jobs, and even new looks. You know, it's strange how time changes us. And the other reason, the last time some of us had been together, was to celebrate the life of my brother, who had just passed away. Now obviously that was a very emotionally filled time. But these 2 days were filled with smiles and hugs and memories and questions about old friends and family members and what they were doing now. And of course, there was good food. Great food shared around a large table of love. And then on Tuesday morning, Tom invited me to join him in his 6 a.m. interdenominational Bible study group. Now this group of men have been meeting together in some fashion or another for over 30 years. There was actually one man there that started attending as a child in the group, and then now he is actually bringing his son to the same breakfast group. Our study for that morning was taken from James, the 4th chapter, verses 1 through 4. In this study, we discussed how important it is as Christians for us to exhibit love to everyone that we come in contact with each day in all of our dealings with each other. Now on our drive home, Kim and I had a chance to talk a lot about how important family and togetherness is. We also discussed the kinds of influences different groups can have on us. Whether it's a group that we call family or a group of men meeting together to study the Bible. It's in these groups that we form special bonds. And depending on the nature and the purpose of the group, it can produce families, character, experiences, memories, safety, love, and so much more. Each week, the Pathfinder Club meets and experiences the bonds of godly friendship while learning important life skills. Today, they will share with us what this means to them. Their message is entitled, What Pathfinders Means to Me. In addition to the personal testimony of several of the members of the club on how Pathfinder activities have impacted them, there will be a special ceremony to induct new members into the club. But before today's message, we will join the church service already in progress, where we will have a children's story, special music, and then today's message entitled, What Pathfinders Means to Me.
Happy Sabbath. Thank you. Thank you, Skylar. Skylar, you don't want to stay up here for the story? You can sit over there? No? All right. All righty. Okay, well, this morning, I have a story for you guys. And it starts out, actually, I'm getting ready for school. So I get everything, I grab my backpack, I get in my car, and I start driving. So I'm driving down the road, I'm going around, I'm turning, and everything's going good, right? I'm kind of excited, I'm gonna have a lot of fun, it's gonna be a fun day, good time at work. So I'm driving, and as I'm driving along, I look down at my gauge next to the speedometer, I'm like, uh-oh, there's a little red light there. You guys know what it was? My gas lights. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to be a little bit late, but that's not a big deal. So I'm driving, I see a gas station, I go to the next gas station, so I turn over in the gas station. So I get out of my car, and I reach over, I grab it, I put the nozzle in the fuel tank, I go up to the pump, I select the cheap gas, so I select it, and I reach in my back pocket for my wallet. and it's empty. I'm like, oh, okay, no big deal, probably fell out in the seat. So I go to my car and I'm looking for my wallet. So I'm looking in the seat cracks. I'm starting to get desperate. I'm looking under the seat. I'm looking in the cup holder. I go all the way to the back seat. I'm looking in the trunk. And I cannot find my wallet anywhere. So I'm like, oh, well, it has to be somewhere. I can't find it in my car. So I'm like, I must have left it all the way back home. But I need gas, right? So I can't keep going. So I get back in my car. Buckle up. Actually, wrong side. There we go. And I start driving. So I drive back. I get back to my house. I'm going to be late now, but what do you do? So I go in, and my family's there, and they're like, what are you doing back? I'm like, forgot my wallet. So I go to my room, and I start to look for my wallet. So I look on my desk. It's not there. So I start getting desperate, and I look underneath my bed, and I look over the other desk. I look back behind it, and I still can't find my wallet. Oh, I'm so frustrated at this point. So I go back out to the living room, and I'm like, I can't find it. I'm like, and I think it was my mom was actually like, well, did you pray? And I was like, well, not yet. I'm like, let me check my car. Let me check the car again. So I'm irritated at this point. I'm like, I must have missed it in the car, and I drove all the way here. So I go back to my car, and I sit down, and I look a little bit, and I decide to pray. So I'm like, dear God, I know it's something that seems kind of small, but I really need my wallet. It's got my money in there. I'm already late, and I don't want to be any later. So I pray, and I look a little bit more. I can't see my wallet. Well, have you guys ever noticed that sometimes in those little holders by the door, people put some trash there? Well, I had some trash there. I can't find it. I'm in a little bit of a better mood because I prayed. I look over there, I'm like, well, I'm sitting here and I can't do anything else. I might as well throw away this trash. I don't know why. It was just an idea that came to my mind. So I pick up the trash. It's kind of gross, I'm like scooping it up. Oh, I'm holding it all careful. And I go over to the dumpster and I manage to lift it up and I throw the trash in there. And in the dumpster, I saw my trash from the night before. I love Taco Bell. And I saw my sticky, gross Taco Bell trash. And something went through my mind, and I think God was telling me, he's like, what if my wallet is in my Taco Bell trash? I don't know why. Who looks in their Taco Bell? Why would my wallet be in there? So I start looking in there, and I see some wrappers, and it's kind of gross, it's smelly, but I just feel like I should really look. So I'm digging around, and there, underneath the cheesy bean and rice burrito wrapper, was my wallet. And I was like, yes! So I got my wallet, and I was good to go. And, if I hadn't gotten my wallet there, it would have gone to the dumpster and my wallet would have gone to the garbage dump because it was almost garbage day. And I would have lost my wallet for good. It was something small, right? This was my wallet. I was the one that lost it. I didn't keep up with it. But I prayed and I had a better attitude about it. And God helped me find it, right? So I have a little Bible verse for us we can remember here. And it says, it's 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 7 says, God cares for you, so turn all your worries over to Him. So next time, I don't know how many of you guys have a wallet yet, but maybe you lose something or something bad happens, you can pray and you can ask God and you'll be like, I don't know what to do. And you'll feel more comfortable about it and He can help us with those things, all right? So let's pray and then you can go back to your seats. Dear Jesus, we love you and we thank you for caring about us, even in the small things, like when we lose something or something happens to us. We ask that you'll help us have a good Sabbath and learn a little bit more about you. We love you, Jesus. Amen.
Our scripture today is Proverbs 22:6, which says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it.
Waiting for a key person. Before we start, this song the TLTs really wanted to act out. It's kind of a inside story and a story. Hope you can follow it. It starts with a young lady, just like any of us in life, and then kind of the inside story is the battle within us.
He is calling out your name through the dark, through the storm, 'cause he knows where you belong. He will help you find the way. He's the light in your heart. He wants to bring you home. So give your will to him. That's when the miracles begin. When your hope is fading and the stars refuse to shine, though you're stumbling in the dark, he knows right where you are. When the waves are crashing and your burdens drag you down, he is waiting there for you, and his hand is reaching out. He will lift you to your feet. He will stay by your side, and he'll warm you with his light. So give your will to him. That's when the miracles begin. When your hope is fading and the stars refuse to shine, though you're stumbling in the dark, he knows right where you are. When the waves are crashing and your burdens drag you down, he is waiting there for you, and his hand is reaching out. But he won't take your hand until you reach for it. So reach for him. When your hope is fading and the stars refuse to shine, though you're stumbling in the dark, he knows right where you are. When the waves are crashing and your burdens drag you down, he is waiting there for you. He is waiting there for you, and his hand is reaching out.
Well, good morning. We've said before that this year our theme is almost home. And we've been having a lot of worships on how to prepare these young people and us as well to be on this journey, this close, so close to being home. You know what it requires of us, our choices that we make. And this is our induction service. Typically, it's in the beginning of our Pathfinder year, but just the way things worked out, we're having it now. We as Pathfinders are on a journey together to learn who God is and how He's leading us home. We want to welcome our 3 new members into our Pathfinder family, and this induction ceremony helps those Pathfinders understand the commitment that they are making to God, their church, and their community. For the light of our program, we turn to the spirit of Pathfindering. The candle that I'm lighting represents this spirit. It's the spirit of adventure, fun, learning, friendship, awareness, and above all, the spirit of reverence and a spirit of service to God and man. This light is not in itself complete or sufficient. We have complementary lights. The Friend class is a course of study in learning skills and physical fitness that will help one to be a better neighbor now and a friend of God throughout eternity. The companion class is a course of study in learning skills and physical fitness that will give more meaning to life and a companionship with Jesus Christ every hour of the day. The Explorer class, and we have 4 Pathfinders in this class that Miss Carey teaches, is a course of study that will help one to find new adventure in exploring God's world to secure true and genuine happiness. The Ranger class is a course of study that will open up new areas of discovery in the natural and spiritual world to secure true and genuine happiness. The Voyager class, which we have 5 Pathfinders in this class, and Alana teaches this one, is a course of study in physical, mental, cultural, and spiritual development that challenges the teen to develop a wholesome self-concept and Christian lifestyle. And the Teen Leadership Training, TLT, is a program to teach our older Pathfinders the ins and outs of the Pathfinder program. There are 6 tracks that they cover: administrative, outreach, teaching, activity, records, and counseling. I'd like to call up our 3 new Pathfinders to add their light to our club. Nevaeh Funderburk joined us actually last April, and we've gotten to know her bubbly personality very well. And at first she was a little hesitant to join the club, but she's definitely rock solid. So we want to welcome you to our Pathfinder family, Nevaeh. Ivan Gilbert. I remember Ivan when he could not wait to join his older sister Cheyenne, who's in our club. And he just, I can't wait, I want to go. And he was only in 2nd grade at the time. He's in 5th grade now. So I know it's always like an eternity waiting, but I'm so glad you waited, Ivan, that you're part of our family. Alaska Funderburk. I met Alaska last year when she and her sister, Nevaeh, came for after-school tutoring the hour before Pathfinder started. Think we had a little planning in that one? We did. Well, God did. While waiting for her mom to pick her up from tutoring, Alaska saw all the kids coming in for Pathfinders, and she instantly wanted to stay, and she and her sister did stay. So we want to welcome you, Alaska, to our Pathfinder family. We want to welcome you to the 2021 and 2022 Pathfinder year. By the grace of God, I will be pure, kind, true. I will keep the Pathfinder law. I will be the servant of God and a friend to man. The Pathfinder law is for me to keep the morning watch, do my honest part, care for my body, keep a little eye, be courteous and obedient, walk softly in the sanctuary, keep a song in my heart, go on God's errands.
Thank you.